Have you heard about the recent TikTok ban in the United States? Quite a turn of events, isn't it? Today we are delving into the sequence of events that led to this momentous decision. The story begins in December of 2022, when the US House of Representatives made a pivotal move. Citing security concerns, they banned TikTok from all their official devices. The fear that the Chinese government could access personal information of US users through TikTok. Despite ongoing negotiations between TikTok and the US government to address these concerns, lack of progress led to calls for a more comprehensive ban on the app. Fast forward to March of 2023, and the stakes were raised even higher. The Biden administration issued an ultimatum to TikTok's Chinese owners, demanding they spin off their share of the social media platform or face a ban in the United States. This move came in response to concerns about TikTok's links to China and potential national security risks. Despite TikTok's efforts to address these concerns through initiatives like Project Texas and Project Clover, US lawmakers continued to push for a total ban on the app. Then, in April of 2023, lawmakers in Montana took a bold step, passing a bill to ban TikTok on personal devices within the state. The legislation faced its fair share of criticism for potential violations of constitutional rights and concerns about government overreach. TikTok hinted at legal action and proposed measures to address national security concerns, but the future of the legislation remained uncertain. Finally, in April of 2024, President Biden signed a $95 billion aid package providing security assistance to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Included in this package was the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, affectionately known as the TikTok ban. This legislation aimed to address security concerns related to TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, potentially compromising Americans' private data and spreading propaganda. The bill was swiftly passed in Congress, with potential legal challenges looming on the horizon regarding First Amendment rights. To summarize, the journey to the TikTok ban was a complex one, filled with security concerns, political maneuvering, and debates over constitutional rights. From the initial ban on official devices by the House of Representatives to state-level action in Montana, the ultimatum from the Biden administration, and finally, the inclusion of the ban in a larger aid package, the road to the TikTok ban has been a long and winding one. And as with any story this big, the final chapter is yet to be written. Will there be legal challenges? Will the ban hold? Only time will tell.
Have you ever wondered how tornadoes form? Well, it all begins when warm, moist air collides with cool, dry air. This clash of temperatures and moisture can lead to the creation of a supercell thunderstorm, the birthplace of a tornado. Now here's a fascinating fact. Not all supercells create tornadoes, but all tornadoes definitely originate from supercells. So what's happening inside these supercells? Picture this. Within the storm, there's a rotating updraft known as a mesocyclone. This mesocyclone is essentially the engine room of a tornado. However, it's not enough for the mesocyclone to just exist. For a tornado to form, the atmospheric conditions must be just right. Therefore, the birth of a tornado is not a simple event. It's a complex dance of elements and conditions that must align perfectly. So the next time you see a tornado, remember the incredible atmospheric conditions that had to come together to create it. But tornadoes aren't the only fascinating weather phenomena. Have you ever thought about how hail is formed? Well, hailstones are born within the tumultuous womb of a thunderstorm. Here, updrafts of wind play midwife, lifting supercooled water droplets high into the storm's chilly upper regions. Upon their ascent, these droplets meet ice nuclei, freezing instantly to form the heart of what will become a hailstone. But our hailstone's journey is far from over. Carried on the storm's breath, it travels upwards and downwards, riding the roller coaster of the storm's internal winds. With each ride, the hailstone grows, collecting additional layers of ice like a pearl accruing layers of nacre. Each layer tells a story of the hailstone's journey through the storm, a record of the temperatures and moisture it has experienced. So those seemingly simple chunks of ice falling from the sky are actually products of a complex and fascinating process. And what about those strong winds that can cause so much damage? What's the science behind them? Well, it all comes down to differences in air pressure. Air tends to move from areas of high pressure to those of low pressure, creating winds. The greater the pressure difference, the stronger the wind becomes. But let's take a step back. Picture the Earth with its complex atmospheric system. This system is always striving for balance, and winds are a part of this balancing act, helping to distribute heat and moisture around the globe. However, when certain weather phenomena come into play, like thunderstorms or tornadoes, this balance becomes disrupted. These storms create areas of extremely low pressure. The surrounding air rushes in to fill this low-pressure void, resulting in exceptionally strong and potentially damaging winds. These winds can reach such high speeds that they can cause substantial damage, from toppling trees and power lines to ripping roofs off houses. They can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles, adding to their destructive power. So, whether it's a gentle breeze or a powerful gust, there's a lot more to wind than you might think. In just a few minutes, we've taken a whirlwind tour of some truly fascinating weather phenomena. We've delved into the enigmatic world of tornadoes, unraveled the birth of hail, and felt the might of damaging winds. All these phenomena are born from complex atmospheric conditions, a delicate dance of pressure, temperature, and humidity. Tornadoes, the spinning giants of the weather world, require a specific set of circumstances to form. Hailstones, those icy marbles from the sky, are an intricate product of stormy weather. Damaging winds, the unseen force, are a testament to the power of air in motion. So the next time you experience severe weather, you'll be able to appreciate the incredible forces at work in our atmosphere.
Imagine a peaceful campus, suddenly ignited with protest chants and placards waving high in the air. The University of Texas, typically a hub of academic pursuits, found itself at the heart of a pro-Palestinian protest. Professors and students alike, united in purpose and voicing their concerns, filled the air with a vibrancy that could not be ignored. But this display of unity was not without consequence. Over 50 individuals were arrested, a surprising number of whom were not actually affiliated with the university. The tranquil campus had transformed into a battleground of opinions and emotions. As the protests grew, so did the tension. The situation was about to escalate. Law enforcement officials responded with a firm hand, resulting in more than 50 arrests. The reaction was swift and severe, sparking a subsequent protest against their intervention. The campus was buzzing, not just with the protesters' chants, but also with the click and flash of cameras. Among those arrested was a news photographer, an act met with staunch criticism from the Freedom of Information Foundation of Texas. The National Guard, a force known for its role in maintaining public order, was on standby, ready to be deployed if the situation spiraled out of control. Meanwhile, a counter-protest was brewing. Supporters of Israel gathered, their voices adding to the growing cacophony. The university, a place of learning and growth, was now a battleground for opposing views. The dividing lines were drawn, and the university was caught in the crossfire. In the wake of the protests, the dust began to settle, but the echoes of the event lingered. The aftermath left a trail of 46 declined criminal trespassing cases, mirroring the complex nature of the situation. Among those arrested was protester Amr Kaddoumi, who openly criticized the university's handling of the situation. His voice echoed the sentiments of many who felt that their right to peaceful protest had been infringed upon. The implications of this event were far-reaching, not only for the University of Texas, but for its students as well. The university found itself in the eye of a storm, grappling with the delicate balance of maintaining order whilst preserving the right to freedom of speech and protest. And the students? They were left to navigate the aftermath. Their campus a crucible of political tension and discord. The reverberations of this event were felt long after the last protest sign was put down, the last chant was silenced. It served as a stark reminder of the complexities of freedom of speech, the power of protest, and the delicate equilibrium between the two. As the campus returns to its routine, the events of the protest have etched a lasting mark, prompting us to question the dynamics of freedom of speech and protest. And remember, if you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe.